You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Brooke and thank you for watching. So, if you have watched my other old channel, you would have seen a little bit of this video already, but it was a very popular video, very high demand video, and I really want it to be back out there for people to watch it, for people to maybe think, that's a stupid thing to do, I will never do it like that, or just kind of see that actions have consequences. And before you comment any hate, all comments will get checked before, so there's absolutely no point because it will just get deleted. But yeah, today I'm going to be reacting to the video that I posted. So the video will be up and it will have me in the corner like reacting, just watching it and everything, and coming in, adding little points. Maybe now I'm like 4 or 5 months down the line, how I'm reacting to it, maybe saying, to be fair with you, the picture, was it really a mistake? Like questioning myself and answering a few of you guys' questions. I've got loads of questions, so I might see the video and it might be way too long and I might do a separate question video. But yeah, I'm reacting to the disqualification from prom. So just to start, if you didn't know, back in my GCSEs, I got no science GCSEs and I didn't let to go to prom, and I got kicked, didn't let go into my sixth form. So that's a little bit of background story. I did not cheat, I did not kill anyone or anything like that. It was a silly mistake and actions have consequences. But yeah, let's watch the video. So I've got the video on my Mac, so I'm just going to sit here and watch it. So, on the 16th of May, I'm good at remembering the date because I cannot remember a thing now. I was taking my chemistry GCSE. Hated chemistry, I hated all my sciences. I never done any revision for them. I just slacked at sciences. I wasn't looking forward to it. And I know if I had opened that paper yesterday, I probably wouldn't have passed. I say this, right? I say, and somebody actually asked, if I took science, do I think I would have passed it? And I say I didn't, but I think I might have. I think I would have just passed. And I think I was hard on myself here because I wasn't awful at science, but I do think I would have passed it. I'm not gonna lie, them anyway. So I went into my chemistry exam, and prior to this, we obviously get given the regulations and everything like that. And before we go into we have a canteen, and then next to it's the hall, and then you go into the sports hall where you take your exams. And we always used to sit in the hall before and get like the briefing and everything. And I had been told, apparently, according to the whole situation, every time that we had to turn our phones off in this hall. I had never heard that, and I actually spoke to some of my friends and they said they'd never heard it really. It's loud in the hall, no one's really listening, they're about to go in the GCSEs, they're nervous, they want to talk it out, they're not concentrating, they're reading their flashcards. I never paid attention in that. Never, ever, ever. I knew the rules about phones. Obviously, you're not allowed to keep them on you, you're not allowed to go in them, you're not allowed to go in the toilets with them. I want to add here as well, this is where I think my school went wrong, just because everybody that I've spoken to about this situation of other schools in my year, no other schools, quote me if I'm wrong, obviously like maybe 1 or 2, no other schools take their phone into an exam hall. I think it's generally because it's not allowed. I'm promising you that I think the guidelines say it's against the rules, and that's why I think when I asked for the statement that they gave, they couldn't give it to me, even though it was about me. I think that's where they went wrong. Basic rules which I understood, never did, and everything like that. And one day I went into the exam and I hadn't turned my phone off, and obviously beforehand I was on Snapchat as a normal teenager would be, and it came up on Snapchat automatically, because obviously I'm just going to tell this bit of the story because the last bit was this bit was a bit muddled. I went into the exam hall. Every single buddy was handing in their phones and everything. We get a plastic wallet that you put your phone in and you put your ID card in. I was always last in the exam hall with Dan every single time, and this time I walked to the front and the invigilators had already started bringing in phones. I was row B4, so I was right at the front, so I literally had no time to be able to snap an answer, take a picture of it, Google it, write down the answer. There was literally no possibility. If that was a true crime detective, the timeline just didn't add up. So there was no possibility of me being able to cheat. I took the picture and it uploaded to Snapchat, yes. However, I would have always normally put it on my private story, which I always found really, really weird. But yeah, I just thought that was easier to say in that kind of sense. And so I've given in my phone, and every single exam they take like note of who gives in their phone. And the only other time I hadn't given in my phone was when I had a PE exam and Daniel had taken my phone because he doesn't do PE, so I was like, might as well just give it to Dan. He'll keep it more safer than them probably. Trust them more with him with it. So I gave it to him and he backed me up with that. So I got out of the exam, I'd done the exam, I'd done chemistry, biology and physics already. Chemistry was my last science paper 1 that I'd done. And when I came out of the exam, it was all fine. I hadn't even thought about it, and I hadn't even known it had gone on. Otherwise, I would have been like, whoa, 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 wait. So I came out of the exam, and we'd all got on our phones. We had to go back into the canteen to get the phones, and I hadn't looked because you weren't allowed on your phones during school hours, and I was always being watched. The school liked me, but they had an agenda against me, I do believe. Me and Dan had started dating. I say agenda here, and it was, and it really showed, especially this, but it showed when I started dating Dan. We were constantly watched. Me and Dan would walk down the indoor corridor. We would be holding hands, and we get told, do not hold hands, do not come near each other, do not give contact, do not give a kiss, do not hug, do not do nothing. Basically, don't talk. They were really controlling in that sense, and it wasn't just me in that sense of the couples. There was loads of couples that got told not to be able to do stuff. And I will always remember, especially one teacher gave it to us all the time. And I don't know if I talk about this because I can't really remember, I haven't watched it back. She was so rude about me and Dan. It was actually disgusting. Like, teachers shouldn't be allowed to talk about their students like that. They are teachers. They are meant to be professional. And they didn't like that me and Dan were dating, so they were watching me like a hawk, basically. So I wouldn't go on my phone. I would just pop it in my blazer pocket and not look at it until the end of the day. And unless I was vlogging, because obviously I was vlogging in school. When was it? It was like lunchtime maybe. I saw one of my friends, I'm not going to mention any names in this, let's call him Tyler. Tyler came up to me and was like, how did you get that photo on your story? And I was so confused, and Tyler was like, you had the photo? And I was like, what? Obviously I didn't think it was a big thing, so I was a bit like, it's not really relevant, like what photo? And he was like, oh, don't worry, don't worry. He obviously thought I was trying to, I don't know what he thought, but I was so confused. I was like, what picture? I always post stuff, and if I was willingly wanting to post a picture like that, I would post it on private stories or something like that. But I come in on Friday, the 17th, and the whole year is sitting in the canteen, like, quiet. Like, it was like walking in and you had just killed someone. I was like, everyone. I love all these people in that prom group chat. Like, I love majority of them all. And no hard feelings at all. But it was snaky, and I do feel a little bit like there was only one person who told us about that, and I feel like everyone was really up for themselves, even though they were nothing to do with it, and there was no need to delete this prom group chat. So I don't know why this happened. Got into the morning, and everyone was kind of talking about it, and I was like, wait, what? And I was so confused, and I didn't really understand any of it. And then I knew someone had obviously gone on my story and shown one of the teachers and accused me of cheating. Now, as soon as I realised this as well, you automatically know, like, you know as a person who wants to, like, get you out. It's just like an obvious thing, and it's like an instinct that you had. I had so many different people that would probably try and, like, accuse me of this, so the chances were so high of each and every. So I was in PE on my first period, and I already knew something was gonna happen. Everyone kind of knew it. I got taken out of my PE class, and my best friend Luan, because I can mention her because she's my bestie, she was sitting next to me, and she was like, "Here we go. Like, are you ready?" I was like, "Yeah." Got my story. I didn't even think I'd done anything wrong. I didn't mean anything by it. I didn't mean it maliciously. I made a mistake. So he interviewed me and wrote a statement and everything that I've just told you, basically. And he basically said that he needs to report it to the examining office. And I was a bit like, wait, what? Also said I wouldn't if there wasn't any, like, rules against it. Well, obviously you wouldn't. But then he was like, but don't worry, nothing will happen. I was like, okay, on. And straight away he told me it can either go from the extreme of nothing and you'll just get a slap on the wrist, or you can get all of your GCSEs taken off you and you can't resit them till you're 5 years on. And obviously, hearing that when you've got 2 GCSEs that day freaked me out. Absolutely freaked me out. I think that's also what really wound me up. Like, I think that was really bad for the school. They had so much time that they could call me after them exams on that Friday evening, call my mum in. It was so easy, but they had to do it in front of exams, and I think that was really bad tactics from the school. Didn't care about the welfare, didn't care about the mental state of students, and this is where it really showed. And this was one of the worst things I think they could have done. I was like, what? I didn't even mean to do this. I would never try and cheat. That was just an unjustly way to achieve them grades. Obviously in mocks and things, like, people like not chat, but like they like look over and stuff, like, it's mocks. But GCSE, it's real stuff, and it can affect a lot of people, and I would never want to do that to anyone. So I was lining up outside for my second lesson, because we were still doing lessons during GCSEs, which was stupid. I still believe that that is a reason why so many bad results were in our school, because we still were doing lessons. Oh my gosh, it just makes me get angry. I know. And basically what it was is I just burst into I walked in to my class and my pencil case fell off my chair, and it just clicked me. It absolutely just threw me off, because I'd been talking to Dan here. I'd been like, I'm gonna get all my GCSEs taken away from me. He was like, no, we'll just put a slap on the wrist. It's nothing, it's not that serious. You didn't use it, you didn't do anything wrong. And I just knew, bang, straight away, something's bad's gonna happen. And my pencil case dropped, and I literally just sat there in tears, and I like walked off with my PE department, and I sat down with my PE teacher, and she was like, honestly, I see so many of these things happening and nothing ever gets done about it. It's always just a slap on the wrist. Honestly, don't worry about it. So that kind of like calmed me down, a teacher talking to you about it and everything. Can I just say as well, like, I was really close to my PE department in school. Like, they were the people that I'd go to if I had like a problem. Like, they always got me to do like organise their teams, everything like that. But when it came down to it, I spoke to none of them on my last day. They weren't ever worried about me after this happened. Before that, they always needed me. They always needed to know if I could do this, that and the other for them. And this wasn't the first time that they like mugged me off. Once I was like captain of the Olympic Council, and they invited like all of the other years apart from our year, because it was like, and it was just like the PE department, especially one of the PE department's teachers, was like a second mother to me, and she was literally like an angel. And as soon as this happened, didn't even say goodbye to her after school, just because she just wasn't bothered about me. What annoyed me was that my school decided to tell me this news on a date that was one of my 2 most important exams for me, and I've come out of the GCSEs and I haven't got the grades that I've wanted, especially in them subjects, and I'm not blaming them on them at all, but I am saying that that would have made my mind be somewhere else, and I'm going to get more onto that situation though. So I think that that was just unfair to do. They should have waited after school to talk to me about it. I could have done a statement there. I wouldn't have minded waiting behind. To this day, my mum would always say, and everyone would always say to me, I'd rather be in my situation than be a snitch. There's nothing worse, I believe, than snitches are the worst. Obviously if it's like something like really, really bad, but it's just snitching unnecessarily. Like, mum, isn't snitching bad? Snitching on someone in your year who's not done anything wrong apart from made a stupid mistake that wasn't even supposed to happen, just happened without even second thinking it. So it got to my drama briefing, and I went to the toilet, and it's like me and Dan are the same person. He was there too, and he was walking back from his class, and I saw him. I was like, oh, hi Dan, how are you? No, I'm joking, I didn't really say it. So you're right. And he obviously knew I was having a bad day, and he said, I know who's done it. And one of his friends that are boys, he told him that they saw, I can't remember exactly what they said. What did they say? So I have got, I took a note of what they said. I was trying to keep notes of things just in case. And Dan told me it was 95%, it was 100% this person. Now to this day, I know for a fact it was this person, and it was just like snitch. 95% this person. And one of the boys had said that they were all upstairs when the person and a teacher had spoken about it. So the person had come and told one of the maths teachers, and I just didn't see the point of it. This person, I think the agenda was just to be a massive bitch, and I think the group now, it was a group of girls and potentially a boy that always used to pick on me, which I'm probably going to go into more in detail in maybe another video, but they still to this day bring me up on Confrontations and still put me on their Snapchat story, and it's just a bit like fan behaviour. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was because they just wanted to be major bitches. So I met him, whatever, and he told me that, and I was like, okay. And funny enough, this person was sitting right behind me during when I went to the toilet, and then I came back, and the person was sitting right behind me. So you can imagine, as a normal girl, they would have gone off on one, and they would have said, you know what, I know it's you. I just sat there. Normally it would have been me, but you know what? I was a mature young woman for 30 whole minutes and not said a word, and I just sat there, and I was like, and because I was angry, and because I was frustrated, and because I was a mixture of emotions, I couldn't concentrate on what the drama teacher was saying. Probably it wouldn't have helped, to be fair with you. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. And so I told one of my two really good friends next to me, and I told them, and they're like, we knew it. This person we all kind of knew. And then I realised that I had heard earlier on that the maths department at my school had been saying that, what was it, they said they were talking about the whole situation. I can't wait for this bit to end, like this like bit so I can talk about this maths department because they are out of order. They were saying, like, going around to people saying, oh, did you hear about the photo and stuff. The maths department, in my opinion, were a great teaching, but they were very, very nosy into our personal lives. Anyway, that's not the main agenda of this story. And so I went down to lunch and I was going, obviously, to confront this person. And not in an aggressive way and not in a thingy way. I was just going to make a comment and I was just going to make her know, it was a girl, make her know that I knew. And basically what it was is lunch came and basically I just went up with a few of the girls and I just said, next time you snitch on me, make sure you don't do it when my friends are there. And the girl got a bit, not rowdy, but she said, well, you need to watch who your friends are because it's actually them. I'm like, you need to watch who your friends are. Sit there. But then one of my other friends, who I love to pieces, she started getting into her, which you would see if it had happened to my friend, I would have been more angry. But because it happened to me, I was like, oh well, I'll just let it happen. Oh, Nala's come to see us. She looks so tired. And so I left it and I just done whatever. And then the teachers had kind of, what's the word? They had obviously been watching it and then they were like comforting the girl and everything. And then one of my friends, I still will never understand that today, like, we said a few words to her. We did not make, like, I thought she was going to start crying. Friends was behind them and she heard the girl then say, by the way, Brooke was on her phone during the drama practice. I looked at my phone for the time. I wanted to see how long I had left in this crazy nutcase place. And she snitched on me because of that. And I didn't get in trouble because of that, because it was pathetic. But it still carried on, even though I already said, it's done now, forget about it. Then it even got more and more annoying because I then had to obviously go into my drama exam, and I had drama and then PE straight after each other. This bit was gold. It was like the teachers were like, yeah, let's do this. It was fine. Until I realised that I was going to be in a singular room, just a room in our school, just with her and the examiner. This was because we both done the same subjects and they ran over each other. And this just made it like 10 times more awkward because we had to walk to the exam room and oh, it was so awkward. Like, I can't actually get over one of the most awkward things that's happened to me. It was just tense. And automatically my kind of drama teacher was like, oh, are you okay? Like, not to me, to the other girl. Like, and I was like, she's like, there's nothing even happened to her. I was like, to be fair with you, the teachers should have just stayed out of it because I hadn't really done anything wrong. And to be fair with you, it just levelled each other out. Like, there was no need for them to comfort anyone because they were just being nosy and just in shock. The teachers automatically that day lost everything with me. The only teachers that made an effort with me were the teaching assistants. The only teaching assistants. All the other ones, nothing. They never put any effort. They just disowned me, basically. But anyway, so I'd done the exams and everything like that. And then I had to wait around and do a statement after school. Obviously, that wasn't obvious. I had to do it. I'm just going to try and find a picture. I don't know whether that's anything to do with that yet. So I had to say, a statement basically just said everything that I've said on this. There was nothing really that interesting. Okay, prom next. And then it was half term. So it was done and we had nothing else to kind of wait around for. So half time came and suddenly we had the pre-prom group chat again. And suddenly my friend that was, what was his name? The first guy, I've forgotten his name. Not his actual name, but his fake name. He messaged us and told us that he wasn't allowed to go to prom. This was a reason because he got kicked out of 2 of his lessons. 2. There were people in our year that they misbehaved every lesson and they were really bad, and they still got to go to prom. I'm going to tell you about another incident that happened as well, because it is about story time and it's honestly about truth, and you know, life needs to be clicked. In February, basically got a piece of gum stuck in my hair from a boy who absolutely hates my guts because I didn't fancy him, basically. Let's just be real. He stuck a dirty piece of his mouth. This is still the case. This boy picked on me for so long, ever since I can remember, and I don't know what it is, but it's just disgusting in my opinion, and still to this day he still posts stories about me, and it's just a bit pathetic. Like, there's no need for it. So if you're watching this and you're gonna post another story about this video, please don't, because every time he does it, Daniel calls him and says stop doing it, and he absolutely bricks it. All I'm saying, we don't pick on him, picks on me, a young girl. A boy picks on a girl, nothing got done about it ever. And that's another thing of the duty to care at my school. I must have done about 7 reports on this boy. Nothing happened. Put gum in my hair, nothing happened. Chucked a bottle of water over me, nothing happened. Picked on me constantly, nothing happened. But that was just the duty of care, just because he was an A-star student. Mouth in my hair. And yeah, it was really, really gross. And this guy had kind of hated me as well. And I thought that he maybe was involved in the snakiness or whatever. I don't think it was. I'm going to be honest with you. Why is the light gone weird? I think it was him, actually, if I'm completely honest with you. I don't think he really knew, because he obviously didn't have me on Snapchat. But when I realised, the girl had obviously taken a picture with someone else's phone and then shown them. She had obviously screenshotted it from another phone and then showed the teachers. So I'm pretty sure that it was the group of them. There was a group of 4. If you go to my school, you obviously know who this is, but there's a group of 4 of them, and I think it was just them and a lot of other students as well, because on my form that I got back from the school saying that I was disqualified from science, they said students, many different students. So I don't think it was just them. I think there was a few other students that maybe just had it in for me. I wasn't loved, let's be real. And yeah, to this day I'll never really know who it was. But yeah. So basically it was the 29th, and we all got told that certain people wouldn't be allowed to go to prom. Only this was me. I knew it. Wasn't sure why, because I had already been through a lot during the time, because I had had people talk about me. I had had a teacher talking to her year 10 class saying, yeah, Brooke's getting her GCSES taken away from her, Brooke done this, Brooke done that, Brooke and Dan won't last, are they going to prom together? So yeah, and then my mum got an email, and I'm going to read the email out now. It says, "Dear Mrs. Child, sorry I could not get hold of you by phone today. I did leave a message. I write with regard to prom. A formal letter will be arriving very soon, but I wanted to let you know where we are with the decision regarding Brooke." Why waste paper? Just do the email. Like, we do not need a formal letter. It's just going to get ripped up anyway. Like, don't waste paper. I hate schools. Decision regarding Brooke for prom. What? With sadness, I have to inform you that the Brooke will not be able to attend prom due to the extravagance of school rules and exams regulations. We would also like to inform parents during the half term before prom that the news can be managed avoiding exam day. Well, you've already ruined one of my exams, so might as well go and ruin the others. We know that the decision may be met with a range of strong emotions, so we want to try and avoid those impacting on exam performance, whilst also getting the news out early as possible to avoid as much expense as possible. I'd already got my prom dress, I'd already sorted out my hair, makeup, nails, everything I had already bought. I wasn't someone to leave it last minute at all. I spent £300 on a dress, and they were there to tell me that I couldn't go to prom. You can imagine how angry I was. Yours sincerely. And then I was obviously angry, and I went into school and I was fuming. And So then I came into school on the 3rd, and basically they already had brought my mum in for a meeting prior to me getting told to prom, and they said like, oh, I forgot to add this bit in, I'm really sorry, it's a bit jumpy here, but basically they took my mum into a meeting and they said, we know that Brooke is a this always makes me so funny, because like I'm not even lying to you guys, I have like people telling me this all the time. The teachers at this school watch my videos, like they watch my videos. I don't know if that's weird or if that's weird, but they watch them and it's just so strange. Vlogger, she said okay, she's allowed to do that. They said yes, but she's been vlogging in school time, and obviously I had, and that was maybe wrong, but everyone used their phone sometimes, and I'd only done it quick and I hadn't ever shown my school logo or anything, and they told me that I had to take all my videos down. And then they told me I had to take my Disneyland Paris vlog down because I'd had my phone on that trip, and I said I never had my phone on that trip actually, I vlogged on my camera. And then I came to the realisation that my English teacher watched my vlogs, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is just getting way out of hand. And apparently they needed me to take them down because some people hadn't given permission. I said nobody in that vlog would have been in the vlog, why did I say vlog so weird? Vlog, if they hadn't asked to be, wanted to be, or taken my camera off me to be in it. So don't give me that. That is absolute rubbish, and I'm not taking that vlog down basically. It's a good vlog and I spent hours on it, so no. And they had also made the comment that I might not be going to prom, but they never made it 100%, so I was still believing that I was going to prom. And everything like that. And as my mum's come out of the meeting, she's seen me and I was outside, and we were talking through the gate, because we had gates because we were a prison at that school. And during that prison encounter, one of the teachers came out and was listening to our conversation, and she was like, who are you, to my mum, like really rudely, and my mum was like, I'm her mum, like she wouldn't be talking to some random stranger, she's not an idiot. So yeah, my mum did not like that teacher at all, and I was obviously angry, and I was angry because the prom regulation and the prom to go, you had to have good attendance. I had upped my attendance so much. You had to have good punctuality. Again, I had upped it incredible amounts. You had to never be in isolation, never was. And you had to have good behaviour, and I had good behaviour. I made a mistake and I'd already been punished because I got my GCSEs taken away from me. And there were certain people, like I said, the guy who put gum in my hair, dirty chewed up gum, he was allowed to go, and I was like, right, okay. Anyway, it's not about him, he's out of my life, I'm not bothered. But then my mum got email saying, dear Mrs. Child, we have received notification from the exam board of their decision relating to the allegation of suspected malpractice. I'm aware that taking a telephone during the day is difficult, however I'd like you to come in. My mum came in that day, and she picked me up from school, and she let me know that I had been disqualified from all of my sciences. And at that time I was happy. I was like, okay, I don't have to do sciences, and luckily I don't get anything else taken away from me. I think I say like here I was happy because I didn't want to like seem like upset, because obviously it was like a big thing, and like I thought I'd been kind of unfairly treated, and I speak a little bit about that in the end of this, but I think I was like trying to cover it. I wasn't happy, but I wasn't like distraught. And then it kind of sunk in that I had been, I don't know how the word is, but I had been kind of not unfairly treated, but I had been made to feel an outsider in the Brooke, you were unfairly treated. Stop being so nice to them. The school that I had attended for 5 whole years, I had done a lot of things for. Already people had spoken to like the certain teachers about like, why is Brooke not allowed to go to prom? She's done a lot. And one of the teachers that I'd done a lot for turned around and said she's done nothing for this school. And anyone in our year can say I did a lot. And you'll see that in an email I sent to the school. And yes, I got out and I felt a bit untreated because the teachers were just giving me a cold shoulder, and I wasn't really feeling welcome anyway, and that meant I wasn't going to have my last day with everyone. And so in the end I actually turned up to the last day and everything like that. But I'm not sure whether the school saved themselves for me, saved themselves on my behalf, because I'm pretty damn sure that they should have took the phones in before we got into that exam hall. They should have taken them in the canteen. Also, last time I uploaded this, I just got a lot of comments saying, why did you take your phone in? And if you watch it properly, you'll know that we had to take them in, otherwise where would they be? Just added that bit in because some people got confused there and then. I don't know why they don't do that, and it can help one of these situations where someone by accidentally forgets to turn off their phone. So yeah, so a couple of days passed, and it was obviously upsetting for me to not be able to go to prom. That was what I was upset about a lot, and I was just not really happy with it. So I actually emailed my head teacher, and I stated that, so I'm just getting it up. I'm going to read you the letter I sent regarding me not going to prom. Dear, I'm writing to you regarding the decision that I will be excluded from this year's prom. I would like to start by apologising personally to you. I am truly sorry for what I did during this chemistry exam. With a heavy heart, I accept the punishment given. I'm apologising to him. Obviously I know that I could have put them in jeopardy, but I wasn't sorry. Why was I being so nice? I was obviously just being nice because I wanted to go to prom. I accept the punishment given to me by the examination board. It has taught me so much about the consequences and thoughtless actions. It has taken me some time to put my feelings down. The devastating news about prom has been a huge shock, as I had not been given any warning and thought the punishment from the examination board was very harsh, and it was a massive second blow. I completely understand there has to be rules, and bad behaviour has to have consequences. I don't feel I have behaved bad. but I do believe I have made a mistake. It was a spur of a moment, wrong decision. My behaviour has been not malicious. My peers were not put in any danger. However, I feel shamed and excluded from with some members of the year taking joy from my misfortune. And that was what it was like. People were a little bit sniggering because I didn't get to go to prom, and they knew how much it meant to me. It was crap anyway, but please don't rob me from the biggest school memory of my teen. It's so unfair. I worked so hard for my exams, and I've already punished myself over and over about not letting myself, my parents and my teachers down. It's been the most stressful time. Prom that is supposed to shine light on the past 5 years of Altwood, a celebration of everything. Me as a year, mainly mistakes are learned from achievements made, the memories that we... And it was prom was the case to shine light on the whole entire year. Not one mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. We've shared good and bad with our teachers we have bonded with, blah 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 blah. I've really grown and I've had my fair share of problems. I used to be really bad behaved basically as well. I've grown and I thought I had made everyone proud. I've been on several reports and several meetings about my behaviour. I feel completely alone. I've been so embarrassed for the last couple of weeks since the event. It has put a huge effect on my mental health. I'm having trouble sleeping and constantly lost my appetite. Now, I'm not going to actually put this. I'm just saying that I did do a lot for the school. Every open day, every single sports event. And my friend actually went into the school and said, why is our head teacher not replying to our email? Yeah, so this bit I just missed out. But he took forever to reply to me. And a girl, my friend Amber, she also wasn't allowed to go to prom because I don't even know, she doesn't even know why she wasn't allowed to go to prom. But he didn't reply to email until Amber actually went to the front of the office and made them. He replied with me very bluntly, thank you for your email. I need to make it clear that the attendance at Year 11 prom is not automatic entitlement for all students, and it has been very clear that the standards have to be met in order to qualify. The decision to not allow to attend the prom has not been taken lightly and was made by this group of staff who lead and oversee pastoral care. Their decision is final and I do not get involved in overturning it. He is the head teacher. I am sorry that this will disappoint you. When Mr. Mason and I met with your mum, I did suggest it would be unlikely that if the exam investigation progressed, then your place would be at prom would be an issue, blah, blah, blah. I am willing to meet with you, but, and I am happy to support you as you consider your next post-GCSE or not. Because as soon as he saw me, he walked straight past me, even though they didn't let me go into their sixth form. that's that. So yeah, I'm not bad mouthing the school. They've done a lot for me, but this kind of just pushed me over the edge, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So we moved on, and I had my GCSEs, and I'd done them, and I frigging got through them. And prom came, and I went to the pre-prom, before prom, and all that rubbish, and it was really, really good until I got to the pick-up Dan, because he didn't enjoy prom. They were turning around telling everyone, has Brooke made everyone leave? Has Brooke made everyone leave? And I said, I don't even want anyone to leave, it's fine, stay. They came out and were like ringing his mum saying, is he allowed to go with Brooke and all this. Just an added extra massive drama, basically. And it just wasn't needed. A lot of it wasn't needed, and a lot of it created a massive drama. And it put a lot of stress on me, and it just made me feel really uncomfortable. And then obviously on that prom day we had like a graduation day, and I wasn't included in any of the photos. I wasn't spoken to, I wasn't addressed, I was nothing. Also, we got a goodbye card, and about 3 teachers signed it, and 2 of them teachers were the ones that were bad mouthing me, so it just showed me how much support I actually had. And then we obviously got our results back yesterday, and obviously I'd not got a GCSE in science, and don't know why I'm really glad, like, and I'm going to talk about that in the Q&A. I'm not going to do the Q&A in this video, but I'm going to talk about in the Q&A of why I'm so glad that this happened. Then I went up and asked if I could apply for the 6th form, and you might be like, why would you want to apply for the 6th form when they've treated you like this? And it was easy for me. I knew everyone. I wasn't going there for the teachers, and I wasn't going there particularly for the school. I was going there for everyone and for the lessons, and it was easy to get to and stuff like that. It was just another option. I probably wasn't ending up going to go there anyway. And I got there and I sat down, and they basically turned to me and said, you're not coming back here. You were disrespectful on prom night, and we can't have you here. And I just said, you know what, I don't want to be here. And yeah, so it was a kind of a kick in the face, and obviously, as anyone would, I was upset. And yeah, here's the end of that disqualification video. I just go on a little bit more. Just wanted to add a few bits in as well. Watching this back has really made me think of myself, and really happy that this happened, in a sense of knowing that the teachers really weren't in it for the long run, and they were just unnecessarily mean. And they still to this day, which I'm coming here to talk about, I made some notes, and when I left, they started going around one particular teacher and was very, very unprofessional, and actually started saying to a student, if you tell me some of your secrets about some students, I'll tell you some. And this student that I wasn't really friends with, I was just like, we'd been friends over the years, but we weren't really that close, so there wasn't really any necessary to make this up, and it kind of sounded about right. These teachers were always kind of being in our business, and the teacher actually made up that I'd slept with a student in my year, and that was just so bizarre. Like, it obviously didn't happen, and it was just so weird. Like, I just found that so strange. Another teacher also spoke about my YouTube video and my prom video, calling me an embarrassment that I went to the school's prom. But I didn't go to the school's prom. I went in the limo because I paid for it. And they still to this day managed to badmouth me. The people that snitched on me still to this day manage to not like my stuff, like view my stuff, watch my YouTube videos, sit in their bedrooms and video themselves watching my channel, getting their family members to call me names and all of that kind of stuff. So they still seem fazed by me even though I'm not there. And all I'm saying is, I know that this whole disqualification thing, it was so far ago, but I wanted to do it, and I wanted it to be uploaded, and I want it to be online so people can see. It also have happened to other people this year, and it's happened to another boy that I watched, and I'm obviously not going to say anything because I don't want that to get any escalated. I watched him, and he was put in a room, and he was on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. He took pictures, and the school knew about this. Their school did. And obviously it wasn't my school. They knew about this, and they sent everything over to the AQA exam board. The AQA exam board done nothing about this, so I find it really strange that even though I took a picture and it didn't cheat and I gave my phone in, I was still disqualified, even though nothing had happened to other students it had happened to. Anyway, that's that. Obviously, it was a stupid mistake. Obviously, I sit here and I think, I took the picture, it got uploaded, whether it was meaningful, whether I meant to or not, it happened, and I'm sorry that it happened, but I'm also, it happened. I didn't have to go to prom, and it wasn't great anyway. But yes, I'm going to be answering, because I've got so many questions over on my Instagram was asked, and so I'm going to be doing a separate video. So this one will be up, then tomorrow or something another day the other Q&A video will be up, which I'm going to film just after this, so I'll be in the same outfit. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps some people. Basically, leave your phones out of the exam hall, and this will never happen. Thank you for watching. Only leave positivity, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.